Hey guys, Marsdengen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are finally taking the new androids team into the legendary VEGETA event to see how we can get on here. So this is the new build of the android team, similar to the one that I showed off on the Extreme Super Battle Road stage yesterday. But the major difference is, of course, we are using a slightly different leader setup. So we are using the TEQ LR Super 17, who has a 150 lead, and then we're using a friend Android 13. So we have 170 attack and defense and 130 to HP. 13 is by far the worst unit on the team now at this point, but as long as we keep him protected nearer to the end, he should be okay. I've been enjoying the androids team so much. I did tweet about this the other day, but I went ahead and used 1,000 yellow coins to buy 2 copies of LR Super 17 to get him to 79%, because obviously now with the android team getting all these buffs, like, he's so much more fun to use. So we are going to actually go ahead, let's hope we don't get super attacks. I'm going to go ahead and put him in slot 1, because obviously I want him to start getting built up as quickly as possible. And so the plan here, we're using, basically, of course, he gets super attack literally as the first attack, okay, but it's only 35k. We got a lot of support on this rotation, because obviously 13 before he transforms is a support unit. Hellfighter 17 is providing support because we have another unit with 17 in the name on the rotation, because yes, Super 17 does count for the passive for Hellfighter 17 and the AGL Trenchcoat 17. So the plan basically is going to be to have Super 17 on one rotation, the TEQ androids on the other rotation, and then I think we probably will just float the 2 EZA androids and just use them as supports. Although for now, since we have to float off somebody, let's go ahead and put you in the middle here. We don't have the best setup here for getting these orbs, but then to be fair, the Trenchcoat 17 probably just goes ahead and kills. He's got 275k defense at the start of the turn, so pretty good with the defensive support from the LR androids in slot 3. 4.1 million attack, so yeah, he should just finish him off here. Because the androids, the TEQ androids don't stack or anything like that, there's no need to prioritize super attacking with them over somebody else. So let's see, with Jiro and 19 we get 4 links active, and with you we get the same 4. So for now it probably makes sense to keep Jiro and 19 floating, just because they obviously are the better support unit. They help out the other rotations better than Android 13. 6.45 with the double support units, that's pretty good. 4 links active, obviously all at level 10. Yeah, this new build of the android team, really fun to use, makes Super 17 look much, much better. You know, I've been holding on to those yellow coins for a long time. The only LRs that I don't have that are available with yellow coins, after thinking about it for a while, like, I just don't feel like I'm ever going to use any of them, right? So what's, like, obviously for some people, they really appreciate the collection aspect of the game. They want to have every unit. It's pretty crazy to me that with all the summons that I've done on yellow coin banners, there are still 4 LRs that I don't have, whereas I've obviously pulled numerous copies of the same ones over and over again. I have rainbow TURs for TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Goku, AGL Kalen Caulifla, and Bojack. So yeah, I've definitely pulled a lot of LRs. I just seem to be unlucky sometimes with pulling specific ones. So out of all the ones that I didn't have, I didn't figure I was going to use them anytime soon. Whereas with all of these buffs, I really enjoy using the android team again. And of course, you know, you guys all know we are big fans of Super 17 over on the channel. I should really rearrange this, the little microphone keyring, so it's actually visible. There you go, we got our little Super 17 mascot. So yeah, probably a waste of coins in the long run. I certainly wouldn't advise other people to do that, but yeah, I wanted the extra dupes for Super 17 because this team makes him a lot better, and only having him at 55%, even level 10 links, is obviously not very impressive. Once you get those first 2 dupes for a unit, that's when the unit really picks up, because obviously you get access to all of their hidden potential abilities, like the star abilities, the important ones, right, the ones you want, additional crit, etc. So with the LR androids here for the extra 50% defense, then yeah, obviously we're tanking for double digits. 4.5, so that's now without attack support, because Android 13 has transformed, so he's not providing support anymore. And the LR androids only give defensive support, so that is very, very good. Obviously, on that kind of rotation, we could maximize Super 17's links by putting him in the middle and getting legendary power to activate, but you know, we do well enough without it. So let's go ahead and do this. Doesn't quite set up the TEQ orbs as I would have liked, but we're still able to get 6 orbs here, pretty good. And then Hellfire 17, obviously he only starts on 158k defense, but as soon as he supers, that jumps up by, I think it's like 170% from his passive, and then his super attack effect. So my maths when it comes to working out these after super attack defenses are pretty bad. I think both the 17 EZA videos, people pointed out in the comments that I'd calculated their defense incorrectly, but all you really need to know is that their defense gets really high. So pretty much anything outside, like any normal attacks, even against like Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta at the very end, normal attacks are just going to do double-digit damage to them after they've supered. Super attacks, on the other hand, could do a little bit more. So we obviously, just like, you know, the typical game plan for a team like this, same with like the GT Goku event, I don't want to use an item too early on, but I do want to keep my units protected at the end. So if we go ahead and put you in the middle here, wow, you don't have GT? God damn. So not only do they not differentiate him as being a GT unit by giving him GT in his name, he doesn't even have the GT link either. So Super 17 does have more defense here. Does he still have his damage reduction active? I can't remember. The only annoying thing about the design of Super 17, and obviously this has not changed, even though he's now better, the fact that he gets damage reduction after he gets hit for a certain number of turns. And there's no way in-game, as far as I know, that it tells you, like, at the start of the turn, whether he actually still has that active or not. So, if he didn't, it was potentially safer to put Android 13 in slot 1, in case we caught a super attack, but, fortunately, we did not get supered. So, over 5 million attack stat for Super 17, and then 13 comes in here. Should get the finish. Yep, no crit needed. And we take out Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. So we're at God Vegeta already. The timer is literally, we're about to hit 7.5 minutes. So this team definitely putting on a strong showing here. Now, I might go ahead and use the active skill this turn, because the thing is, with the androids, now we can pick up, what are we going to get here? We're going to get 8 orbs and 7 of them attack. So actually, no, we will survive a super. A super attack here, though. The God Vegeta does a, I think it's a strike or whatever. It's a not a key-based super attack, basically. So the androids will not nullify his super attack. So if he supers, we do take the big damage. But after picking up all those TEQ orbs, I should have checked their defense, but with the LR androids on rotation as well, their defense is easily going to be 3, possibly even 400k. And bear in mind, my TEQ androids are 55%. So even if we do get super attacked, and now of course post-super we raise our default, well, here we go. We're going to find out. So I imagine this still does at least 200k, but wow, 333, damn. Well, there you go. So maybe using the active skill that turn would have been a good idea, but we survived. Jiro and 19 do heal on their super attack, so we pick up a little bit of extra health here. And then with the LR androids, 5 million attack stat for them. They greatly raise their defense on the 18 key. They do have a chance to additional against super type enemies. Sadly, we only get the additional normal, but they're easily able to tank his normal attacks. So that works out quite nicely. We get the heal from the support memory. I think this is probably one of my favourite support memories to use for longer form events. So, let's see. Now, you do have GT. So, you're at least getting that 1 extra link. So, I think we'll go ahead and do this. And we will Princess Snake here, because even if Super 17 hasn't lost his damage reduction, either of the other units on this rotation taking a super would not be ideal. I also really don't want to get the Dokkan attack here, but I think we might be too close to avoid it. Let's not get it. Hey, let's go. Because I don't know if we can take him out this turn, but it means we get to Dokkan attack next turn with the TEQ androids. As long as we get a good rotation of the orbs, we should be doing some big damage. And nice crit from 13. 5.2 for you. So, come on, get a crit. We don't want any of this type disadvantage slowing us down. Hey, look at that. 3.5 million. Sadly, not going to quite be enough, because whilst Hellfighter 17 is going to do a respectable amount of damage as well, it's not going to be enough to finish off God Vegeta here. A crit was from him as well. Was that all 3 units on the rotation crit that turn? That is a very strong showing from them. So, of course, we have this guy, slot 1. So we know we don't die to a super here, but we can't pick up tech orbs, so we're not going to get as much defense as I would like. We are going to get the Dokkan attack. Does it make more sense to put you in slot 1? Their defense is higher, technically, at the moment, but once I grab the items, once I grab the orbs, it's not going to be. But regardless of who attacks first, we are going to finish him off. To be fair, I guess Trenchcoat 17 does have the higher defense at the start of this turn, so I could go ahead and do this. So we do this. We obviously know we are going to survive the turn. It's just a case of... Actually, no, you know what? We'll be fine here. Not only do we definitely survive, even if he supers, but we're doing the Dokkan attack, so we're going to basically get a full heal at the start of the next turn anyway. So how much is this going to do? 300k, yeah. Whew. Still less than the tech androids though, because that type advantage do be hitting different. Now, you see, of course, in this video, I've had a couple of the tutorials come up. I hope they fix that, or at least they're like put in an option somewhere to turn it off, because for somebody like me that transfers my account between devices for recording, it's super annoying that every single time I transfer it over to the other device, I have to watch all of the tutorials again. Sometimes it's alright, because if I transfer it over and then I'm doing some link leveling or something, like I can get most of the tutorials out of the way before it comes to doing an actual video, but pretty annoying. So 6.5 million no crit on the Dokkan attack, and then that puts us in the position here where we are going in. Do you have your damage reduction? I can't tell, of course, there's no way to know. I could make this the first turn where I go ahead and use a Whis, I guess. Because we're still going to have 2 items left over. So let's go ahead and do that. Because then we can grab this for you. Grab all of these for Super 17. Get him to his full 24 key. And then we'll grab... Actually, now let's leave those purples there. Because if it changes the purples to tech next turn for the tech androids, that's going to be a really good cluster of orbs right there. So... I definitely want to get Android 13 floated off, I think, at some point now. But obviously, the LR androids are not a good slot 1 unit, really. So I couldn't really put them in slot 1 on this rotation. We could have taken the risk with Super 17 in slot 1. But at least if we put him in the middle here, he gets a lot more links active, including Legendary Power. So yeah, he's at just under 6 million attack. That's with no attack support on the rotation. So, yeah, definitely, I personally feel like buying the 2 Super 17 dupes was worthwhile, because I really enjoy running this team. His power has increased significantly by having those 2 dupes. So, I'm very happy with that. Crit from the LR androids, and we get the additional as well. So that is the greatly raises on their 18 key, and then raises on their 12 key. So they will be a defensive wall right now, let alone the fact we have the Whis active. And now we still have the Whis here. This is the perfect turn to keep you... Did they not change any orbs? Like, what? They either changed so few I didn't even notice, or... Now, this Vegeta, unfortunately, does not have a normal super attack either. So actually, what I think I'm going to do... This seems like a good turn to go ahead and use this, because... I didn't realise I had it set to skip, but it is what it is. This is a good turn to go ahead and do that, solely because the Evolution Vegeta at the end does have a key-based super attack. So the turns where he is attacking us, it's not as dangerous because we do have the ability to negate the supers. I guess technically that does make the Whis item usage a bit of a waste, because obviously we now have a turn where the Whis is still active here, but we ghost ushered his attacks. Really, he dodges the TEQ androids. At least Trenchcoat 17 landed the hit, 2.8 mil, but very unfortunate. So, do I use the active here? We could potentially finish him off if we use the active skill here, you know. We don't get any extra links, so there's no reason not to put you in slot 1. I kind of wanted to save the active because it probably does big damage against Blue Evolution Vegeta, but if we could just get the W here, that would actually be sick. So let me go ahead and actually turn this off now so we can actually see Super 17's active skill.
Nobody can beat me when I'm Super 17.
Here's our boy.
Prepare to die. Electro Eclipse Bomb.
Crit? Oh, no crit. I think maybe if we crit, we'd have taken him out, but... Alright, so is his damage reduction active? We don't have an item active here. We've only got to take 2 hits, but if his damage reduction is not active and it's a super in slot 1, we probably die. We've got 283k defense. That's not enough to tank a super type neutral if his damage reduction is not active. But we're not taking a super anyway, so as long as he doesn't dodge here, then yeah. 5.1. Can we make up for the no crit on the additional with the crit on the super? We cannot. We get an additional normal attack. See, one of the things that's very disappointing to me about Super 17's design as well is the fact that he doesn't have any super attack effects on his 18 or 12 key. I think, well, maybe he has like lowering defense, which is, he might as well not have one, right? Because lowering defense is a pretty bad effect. Yeah, I'm going to assume that his damage reduction wasn't active because 300k feels like quite a lot for a unit that's got damage reduction, but there you go. So the 19 and Giro not critting means we obviously take quite a bit of damage, but he did not dodge Android 13, so we're able to finish him off. So now this puts us in a good spot because we can absorb the key-based super attacks from now on. So if we go ahead and... How do you link up? You only have 2 links with them. That's disappointing. At least I got one of their links to 10 already. As you can see, they're mostly... Actually, they're very spread. I was going to say they're mostly like 7s and 8s. But we've got a 6. We've got 2 6s, in fact. And then we've got a 10. So very random with the spread of links for the androids, unfortunately. And also a very bad turn with the layout of orbs. That is actually very unfortunate. So I guess we just go ahead and grab these. We are going to have to Princess Snake here, and then we'll grab these for you. We'll save all of those AGL orbs, TEQ orbs there for Super 17 on the next turn, because we know he should have his damage reduction active now, right? Because if it wasn't active last turn, and now he's taken hits, so it should be active now. Obviously, the goal here, we really want Vegeta to super attack either the TEQ androids or Giro and 19, so we can see that negation in effect, especially because against Giro and 19, they heal based on the amount of damage that the attack would have done. And obviously, from like a type neutral super from Blue Evolution Vegeta, Giro and 19 would take a ton of damage. So if they are able to absorb a super from him, like we would actually get a very solid heal off of that. So I'm kind of hoping that we can see that. Additional super from the LR androids. Can we get the fated triple super attack turn? Because I did give them a decent amount of additional. There we go. So they're raising their attack and defense 3 times. Very, very solid performance from them. Yeah. Even though we don't crit, it's not a huge amount of damage, but still looking pretty good. Now, the only problem is, of course, that we get into a situation where it's very possible that like Trenchcoat 17 in the middle here takes the super, and then obviously that is not good for us. So we will have to Whis here, which obviously that means if Giro and 19 do get supered at the end, they're not going to heal for a huge amount because they're not going to take any damage, basically. I say not any damage. They would actually still probably take at least 150, I would assume, with a Whis active, because my Giro and 19 are 79%. Their defense is very good after supering, but now he's going to go ahead and super 17. So we've got type advantage, we've got damage reduction from his passive and the Whis, so yeah, 83k, which is basically nothing. And then when you consider that Giro and 19 are going to heal 10% when they super attack, double super from Trenchcoat 17, so Yeah, the GT17 is really putting the hurt on Blue Evolution Vegeta this turn. Big damage from those two combined. And then Jiro and 19 coming in for the little bit of bonus damage, get a heal back. See, look at that. We're basically at 92, 93% HP. So can we get a good orb change for the tech androids? No. We still have a weak active. Unfortunately, none of these units are really good in slot 1. I could put you in slot 1. But that feels like a very dangerous thing to do. Because if I do that, I can do this, right? And then that will drop down the rainbow orb. And we'll be able to get a lot of tech orbs for the tech androids. But I don't know like how much damage 13 would take from a super with the Whis active. Because he's only got 210k defense, which isn't that high. He'll take double-digit damage from normal attacks, but I don't know if it's worth the risk. But we can't get a lot of... let's go for it and see what happens. We can't get a lot of orbs for the androids if we don't. But now we can get the 7 orbs, so we get their attack bonus. So that's what we really want, right? To see them do the big damage. So I know normal attacks are not going to hurt him with the Whis active. Just don't super me. Alright, he hasn't supered yet. I mean, if he does super with a Whis active, would we really take... what is our HP? Like 450k? We'd have to take 430k to die. But... 4.4 for the tech androids. Didn't dodge. So is this going to be the finishing blow here? They're only 55%, remember. So they did get the crit, but wasn't quite enough to get the finish. Now they're super attacking. Oh, he's super attacking. Is he super attacking them? Oh, let's go. There you go. We actually get to see the nullification in the video. That's what I was hoping for. At least one usage of the super attack nullification. So now we can go into this turn and have our boy LR Super 17 finish the job here. I guess we should probably just have those links active. So let's go ahead and do this. His passive is fully built up, so he's got tons of ki. And we've got no items left to use, but we got the LR androids here, so everyone's defense is massively boosted. 4.9, no dodge. So that should be all she wrote for Vegeta, thanks to Super 17 here. We get the crit for good measure as well. Full on overkill. Goodbye, Vegeta. So there you go. That is the new androids team beating the Vegeta event. It was a longer run than some of the other teams, but we are using a 150 lead and then a 170. So a little bit less stats than we would have had overall. But, you know, I think that is a pretty solid performance for the Android team. Especially when you consider before all of these buffs, beating this stage with the Android team would have been nigh impossible, if not for the fact... It's probably possible, but just super frustrating, right? You got to get really good RNG, especially at the end. But there you go. We got it done with the Android team, and it was a pretty solid run. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.